Good day mga ka-math genius. So today, we will gonna be discussing the inverse of a one-to-one function. The inverse of a function is a function with domain B and range A given that the original function has domain A and range B. So, from domain A, pag mag-inverse na ta, mahimo na siyang domain B, si A mahimong range A, and si range B mahimong domain B. Inana ang sa inverse. Balihon lang ang given function. This inverse function, a function f, is denoted by f raised to negative 1. It is defined by the equation f raised to negative 1 of y is equal to x if and only if f of x is equal to y for any y in range b. Since both are functions, then a function has to be one-to-one for its inverse to be a function at the same time. If it is many to one function, its inverse is one to many, which is not a function. So, kinahanglan, one-to-one function ra ang pwede nato applyan og inverse. Para kung makuha na nato ang inverse sa one-to-one function, function japon siya. So, to find the inverse of one-to-one function, consider the following steps. So, we have 3 steps to follow. First step is express the function in the form y is equal to f of x. Second is interchange the x and y variables in the equation. Third, solve for y in terms of x. Now, let's have example number 1. Given f of x is equal to 3x minus 8. The inverse of a function may be solved intuitively. Now, we have here this function. Earlier, we tackled the steps on solving the inverse of one-to-one function. So, we will gonna be express the function in the form y is equal to f of x. So, apply natin siya. Y is equal to 3x minus 8. Now, since napuli na nato si y, pwede na nato siya i-interchange ang x and y variables in the equation. So this is x is equal to 3y minus 8. So next, kinahanglan ma-isolate nato si y. Para ma-isolate si y, i-transpose nato si negative 8 sa left side so that si x from negative 8 mahimong positive 8. So, x plus 8 is equal to 3y. Now, para ma-isolate jud si y, wala na siya laing kauban or katapad sa iyang side, we need to divide both side by 3. So, i-cancel na to si 3 and mabili na lang si y. So, pwede siyang x plus 8 over 3 is equal to y pwede po siya y is equal to x plus 8 over 3. Pwede na nato ibalik si f of x. For this time, na exponent nga negative 1 which mag-refer siya sa inverse. So, f raised to negative 1 of x is equal to x plus 8 over 3. So, this is the inverse of the function f of x is equal to 3x minus 8. Now, let's have example number 2. If it exists, solve for the inverse of g of x is equal to x squared minus 6x minus 7. Now, as we can see here, ang atong function is quadratic because of the exponent 2. Now, if the exponent is 2 and the coefficient of x squared here is 1, therefore, ang atong graph kay parabola. So, this is the Cartesian coordinate plane. Ang graph aning exponent na 2 and 1 ang coefficient na x squared is a parabola opening upward. So, since parabola ang iyang opening upward. Now, if i-apply nato si horizontal line test para to test nga one-to-one function, yun ni siya, apply tag horizontal line test. There, we can see nga kaduha na touch ang graph. Therefore, it is not a one-to-one function. So, it's not a one-to-one function. So, our conclusion here is that, therefore, the given function has no inverse. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you understand the inverse of one-to-one function discussion.